There's a lot going on in the sewer, baby. There's a lot going on in the sewer. We're under attack. We're under attack. As some of you know, I had my channels deleted off of YouTube and I'm banned for life. Now I thought that Twitter was a bastion of free speech. That's what Elon Musk led us to believe. But that is not the case. No, sir. I am being censored on Twitter. Speaking of Twitter, why don't we send a tweet out alerting the rats, sending out a rat signal that we are going live, doing... Who's this chick? Break up with your Republican boyfriends? Yeah, and then date a soy cuck liberal who can't get it up. Let's send out the rat signal so that people know that we're streaming, right? Hold up. Hang on a sec here. Hold up. Hang on there. Daddy's still with you, okay, baby? But we just have to turn the lights out for a second. You stay with me. You don't go anywhere right now. You don't leave Daddy. Okay. All right. How's this for a tweet? Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Maybe 2 people will see this tweet. You know why? Because I'm being suppressed. I'm being suppressed on Twitter, and I didn't know that. It's funny because, and we will do the UFC 319 predictions. Relax. We will get there. We will get there. Yo, we got some action going on in the rat chat. King, why KiCK got Mr. Beast's face as emote? You know, people have been telling me that. I still haven't seen it. I still see the regular KiCK icon. Just the neon K. So I don't know. I haven't seen it. So anyways, yesterday. So earlier this week, I started going wild on Twitter. Just tons of replies. Not posts of my own, but I would reply to people. And I was getting some engagement. You know? I was getting some engagement. A lot of the rats were clicking like, retweeting, replying. And then yesterday, I went on dude, like stream of consciousness. Stream of conscience? Consciousness, whatever. Consciousness, right? And I'm just doing material. Just replying. And after like 5 hours of this, I had no engagement, like no likes, no replies, nothing. Until eventually Ed Delicious replies to me and says, hey man, I'm getting a warning on your tweets. I'm getting a warning on your tweets. And he's in the UK, so he thought maybe it's just the UK. So I asked you guys, I tweeted out saying, hey, is anybody outside the UK seeing this? And Ari chimed in saying, I'm seeing it too, and she's in the States. So look, this is what Twitter's putting on my posts. So all I said was, we don't need the approval of gay retards, replying about, I don't know, something about Canada, right? I was locked in, yeah, dude. I was locked in, dude, as the Zoomers say. So all my tweet was, we don't need the approval of gay retards. I was referring to Canadians. And look at the warning that's on my tweet. Visibility limited. This post may violate X's rules against hateful conduct. Now Twitter is talking about hate speech. Oh, Elon, you fake ass bitch. And then, this is even worse. This post can't be replied to, shared, or liked. You can't reply to this. You can't share it. You can't click like. It's a shadow banned tweet. Now you might say, well, don't say the words gay retard, whatnot. I feel like, since they did this to all my posts yesterday, I feel like after 50 of your tweets get this treatment, they just shadow ban your account. I don't know if that's the case, but I don't have my hopes up. You know what's funny, Elon, you piece of trash? You just lost $7 a month, you dumb bitch. So Twitter is having a sale on premium. That's when you pay something like $7 a month and they give you the check mark. And it says boosted replies, which is crazy because it's pay to play. Hey, if you pay us monthly, we'll show you more of your replies to people. We'll show your replies to more people. What the hell is that? But I figured, hey, if I'm trying to do this for a living and I'm off of YouTube, I'm banned from YouTube, I guess Twitter's all I have left. Twitter and KiCK. KiCK is pretty much useless, as you can see by the viewers. The number of viewers, not the quality of the viewers. You guys are the best. I love you. So I was just about to sign up for premium so I could go hard on Twitter, right? Not anymore, bitch. You're not getting my $7, you asshole. Jesus Christ. It's over, dude. It's over. And by it, I mean life. Life is done, dude. Life is done, dude. The world is just gay. And we're starting off early with the energy drinks, baby. Normally, I wait after a couple hours. But we're just getting into it right now. You understand what I'm saying? I need a coaster. This is ruining my mouse pad. Hang on. All right, so UFC 319. Does anybody care? Apparently not. We only have 30 viewers. Now listen, guys, if the viewers stay in the 30s, I'm going to just turn off this stream. Now, before you freak out and say, oh, don't be a sore loser. No, look at this. So I'm trying to get monetized up in here, right? And for this stage of the game, I need to have an average of 50 viewers in the last 30 days. Right now, I'm at 53 viewers average. I'm just 3 over the bare minimum. If I stream for a couple hours today, averaging 30, I'm going to fall under that 50 and not be able to get this channel, whatever that next stage of achievement is. So sorry, guys, but if we're stuck at 30, I'm going to have to bounce for the health of this channel. Okay? It's rough out here in the sewer, baby. Twitter's censoring me. YouTube's banned me. And I always have people saying, hey, I never got the KiCK notification. Hey, I downloaded KiCK to follow you. I never got the notification. But then, yesterday, people were getting notifications for Mr. Beast going live because he was live yesterday begging for money, even though he's a billionaire. People who are not following Mr. Beast on KiCK were getting notifications that he's live. Guys, it's a rigged game. They push whoever they want, and they suppress whoever they want. It's rigged. It's a rigged game. Will Gay Duplessis finally lose the title? Listen, dude. We have a whole card to go through, and he's right at the end. Ed Delicious says, I'm getting multiple notifications for him. There you go. There you go. You're not even following him. You're getting notifications for him. Whereas somebody you are following, you don't get notifications for. Great. KiCK is being gay, bro. No one gives a crap about Mr. Beast. Yeah, dude, here's the thing. When I checked yesterday, he had something like 17,000 viewers, which might sound like a lot, but that's basically what Osmongold just averages. And this was supposed to be a big event, and Mr. Beast is coming on KiCK. Yep, Farron says she got notified for Mr. Beast, and she only follows me. Guys, it's a rigged game. It's a rigged game. It's one big gay club, and we are not in it. This guy got 3 notifications from Mr. Beast. Lizard people keep shoving Mr. Beast down our throats. Dude, I don't know if it's like that now, but I can tell you, for the last few years, whenever I would go to the YouTube homepage, and I was not signed into my account, different browser, it's just Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Like, he's half the page. If you're wondering why he averages 150 million views per video, and he gets that in 3 days, maybe it's because he's on the cover of YouTube on the cover. But dudes, I've come to a realization, given by how poorly things have been going for me online after getting deleted off of YouTube. I've realized I got to go offline. I got to go offline to make a living. And I know most of you think, oh, boo-hoo, you have to get a real job like the rest of us. Listen, asshole, I was making $2,000 in my last month as Sewer King, okay? I'm not in an envious position here. But anyway, I was thinking, listen, YouTube has banned me for life. Twitter is censoring me. KiCK is a dead end. You can't grow on KiCK, obviously. Literally every live stream I do has less views than the previous one. Now, this is not me, having a complaining session here. I have a point. Believe it or not, there is a point. And the point is that I realized that much like the rest of you, I got to go offline to make my living, baby. So I came up with a plan. Do you want to hear my plan for how to make my living offline, or should I just jump into the predictions? What do you want? Predictions or my financial plan? Yes? Okay. So, here's my plan for making money in the offline world. Because online is just censoring me, dude. Online is just censoring me, dude. My plan is to start a dojo. Right? Mr. Weak is on KiCK now. Oh, that's going to be great for my views. I was waiting for that asshole to get off. Somebody told me earlier, hey, Mr. Beast is off. You can stream now. That's great. That's great. Guys, check it out. Here's my plan to become a multimillionaire. I'm going to start a dojo. What do you guys think? Now, here's the thing. I thought yesterday, dude, I need to start a dojo. That's how I'll make money. And then I thought, well, that means I have to learn a martial art. Preferably a black belt. How long does that take? How long does it take to get a karate black belt or a taekwondo black belt? And I thought, well, those McDojos, if you find a really sleazy one, maybe you can pay your way up to a black belt in 2 years. You know what I mean? I thought, I don't have 2 years to wait. So then I thought, you know what? I'll just invent a martial art. Like my own. Then I am, by default, a black belt of my own martial art. And I'll give it a name that'll make people think it's legit. Like Shinryu Karate or whatever. Okay, I guess I got to drop the karate part and be like Shinryu Jujitsu. Shinryu Jujutsu. Shundu Chikataga or something. You know what I mean? And before you think, dude, you can't do that. That's fraud. You can't just invent a martial art. To that I say, that's literally what every martial art is. Do you think God handed us karate? No. Some dude came up with a basket of moves and said, hey, this is going to be called karate. I'm the sensei. And that's how it started. Dude, one day some guy started flinging his legs around and said, I'm going to call this taekwondo. I'm the master. And started teaching people it. That's literally how every martial art starts. Some guy made it up and gave it a name and made himself the head master and then trained people under him. My coaster's stuck to my Red Bull. Maybe because my coaster's actually a sticker. Dudes, it's genius. It's freaking genius, dudes. I start my own dojo with my own martial art, and I'm a black belt on day one. You guys don't seem hyped about my plan. I don't get it. Are you guys stupid or just gay? Wow, one of you guys got deleted for gibberish. The AI mod deleted your comment for reason gibberish. Amazing. You're better off opening a gas station in the ghetto. That doesn't sound fun. Would you guys join my dojo? You would get the sewer rat discount. I would knock off $5 a month for you, baby. So you're only paying $145 a month. It's a screaming deal. All right, I guess you guys don't like the idea. Whatever. God, now even the rats are turning on me. The rats are turning on me now. All right, let's do this stupid UFC predictions and get on with it, huh? All right, what do we got? UFC 319. Duplessis versus Chimichanga. All right. Screw off. Okay. Early prelims. Guys, we're going to start from the start, dude. Alibi Idris versus Joseph Morales. Now, Alibi Idris is from Kazakhstan. What are the odds here? Whoa, what's going on? Okay, so Mr. Kazakhstan is undefeated. Now, before I even saw that he's undefeated, I was going with him. These people are mongoloids, dude. They're inbred mongoloids. They rarely lose, dude. Furthermore, since the UFC has a hard-on for these neckbeards, these third world neckbeards, they always match them up against somebody that they're most likely going to beat. You know, Khabib's cousin had the surprise of his life when Merab beat his ass, but Merab was the underdog. They thought he was going to win. These people don't take fights. And yes, I know Kazakhstan is not Dagestan, but whatever. It's the same thing. Dude, shut up. Shut up, you idiot. These inbred retards don't take fights unless they're convinced they're going to win them. Now, they don't always win them, but they don't take them unless they think they're going to win them. Who the hell has heard of Joseph Morales? Oh, and his last fight was a loss. And it's this guy's debut. So he's probably some killer. All right? He's probably some killer. And this guy's last... Yeah, this is what I'm saying, dude. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying about UFC's hard-on for Arab oil money. Now, these guys might not be the rich Arabs, but the rich Arabs want to watch their Muslim fighters beat on Westerners. Okay? And yeah, this guy's a Mexican, but I guess he's a Westerner, you know. Probably lives in the States, I guess. Yeah, United States. So Dana's got a hard-on for that Arab oil money, right? So he found this guy that is a killer on the local Kazakhstani circuit and set him up with some Mexican guy we've never heard of whose last fight was a loss. So obviously Alibi is going to win. Just Dana White is very short-sighted. He doesn't realize that sure, you're getting the Arab oil money. Sure, there's billions of Muslims around the world that are going to tune into the UFC and not pay for a single pay-per-view and just stream it. But the fact of the matter is, you're making the UFC suck. Nobody wants to see... Okay, not nobody wants to see. The Muslims want to see these inbred neckbeards hump people all day long, right? Because it's a fetish for them. But nobody else wants to see that crap. We don't want to see some hideous freaks humping each other's bunguses. All right? We don't want to see that. Hey, Sewer King, how does it make you feel that the middleweight title will either remain to a guy who kisses other men or a goat-touching neckbeard terrorist inbred? Come shot Chimaev. Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to my thoughts on that. All right, so we got Alibi winning that one. Now we got a chick fight that nobody cares about. Like, who cares? Who cares, dude? Nobody cares. Listen, I said I would go through all the fights. Dion Barbosa. Is Barbosa like Smith in Brazil, or is this Barbosa's sister? The Witch. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You know what a better name would be? The Bitch. Okay. Let's see here. 18-5. This other bitch. Oh, those are terrible numbers. And her last fight was a loss. Yeah, she's losing. She's losing. This chick looks like a dude. And her name is The Bitch, dude. You're not going to win a fight against somebody called The Bitch. They got to be related, because the fight right after that is Edson Barboza. Are they related? Does somebody want to look it up? Can my producer do that for me? Okay, we got Edson Barboza against Drakkar Klose. Wow, 2 losers. Both of their last fights were losses. Man, when you look at Barbosa's record, that is just garbage, dude. 24-12? Jesus, dude. Where did he go wrong? Dude, what is going on here? Barbosa weighed in at 145.5. This guy weighed in at 156? Am I reading that right? Did this guy miss weight by 11 pounds? Hang on. Let's look this up. Okay, they're not related. All right. Edson versus Drakkar Klose. Oh no, Barbosa weighed in at 155. All right, so they're both losers. They're both losers. I got to give it to Edson. I know his record is terrible, but I've always liked the guy. I don't know what he was missing. Maybe some grappling. They might say, oh, he's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt or something. He's something like that. But I think there's different levels. He probably got it from a McDojo, because his grappling sucks ass. SK, I didn't follow your advice, so I'm fighting with a cold rotisserie right now. Dude, I told you. This is what happens when you don't listen to daddy. Okay? Kids don't like listening to their parents. Right? And this is what happens. Hopefully, you learn for next time. What is life right now? UFC, neckbeards, SK censored. I hate this spinning rock. Farron, Earth has become so lame. I just want to disappear into the woods and never come back. Farron, why do you have acid reflux? And by that I mean, did you eat something that you know you shouldn't have eaten? I'm sure you've Googled a list of foods to avoid for acid reflux. Citrus, tomato, stuff like that, right? And do you just willfully go, I don't care, I'm having an orange anyway? Because if you had a container of Tums that fell behind your 500-pound dresser, then you've obviously dealt with this before. Do you just refuse to follow the proper diet? Or what? I get notifications when Fillion goes live. I don't know who that is. But nothing when you come on. See? There you go. And do you just willfully go, I don't care, I'm having an orange anyway? Because if you had a container of Tums that fell behind your 500-pound dresser, then you've obviously dealt with this before. Do you just refuse to follow the proper diet? Or what? I get notifications when Fillion goes live. I don't know who that is. But nothing when you come on. See? There you go. Even KiCK has their favorites. Drinking cider gives me acid reflux. Well, you're pouring acid into your throat, dude. I ate onion rings last night. Yeah, fried foods, that's another one you're not supposed to have. So you were a naughty girl. And you knew you were being a naughty girl. And this is what happens. Loving the shirt. It only took 4 hours for somebody to say something. Thank you very much, dude. It only took 4 goddamn hours for somebody to compliment my $9 clearance Walmart Hawaiian shirt. I've been wanting a Hawaiian shirt for years. Finally, found a clearance sale for $9 at Walmart. I'm going to return this one, though. I bought a large thinking that I'm jacked now because I was dirty bulking, and I'm swimming in this thing. Got to go grab a medium. No, this is a medium. No, this is a medium. I bought a medium and I'm swimming in it. I bought a medium and I'm swimming in it. I have to go and buy a small. When I bought the medium, I thought, oh yeah, I can fill out a medium now. I've been dirty bulking for 6 months. I can't fill out a medium. I tell you, a US medium is different than a Canadian medium. I can fill out a Canadian medium, dude. Y'all are fat asses. Okay? Y'all are fat asses. And I can say y'all because I have a green card now. I never said y'all in Canada. I said A. Now I gotta go return. I bought 2 of these, 2 different ones. I gotta go return my Hawaiian shirts. Face the Walmart customer service person and tell them a medium is too big for me. And then make the walk of shame out of there. Hi, I have to return this because my shoulders aren't wide enough for a medium. Jesus Christ, the state of my life. The state of my life right now. Hi, I bought this medium and it's way too big for me. It's way too big to me. I gotta return this. Do you have an extra small? Guys, we just cracked 50 viewers. Yes. Yes. Guys, how many viewers is Mr. Beast getting right now? Okay, so guys, I'm going to pick Barboza just because I like him. I've always thought he was a very exciting fighter. So explosive. He's a striker, which I prefer instead of the gay-ass humping. But who knows? Who knows? What is he, 90 years old now? His record is abysmal. He's been through absolute wars. And this guy's barely fought. 15-3. He's had 18 fights. Barboza's has literally doubled. He's at 36. Still, I'm going to give it to Barboza. I don't even know how to find the odds here. It says odds. I click on it. Nothing happens. Chase Hooper versus Alex Hernandez. Oh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one to call. That's a tough one. Guys, remember when Alex Hernandez was supposed to be the next big thing? Do you guys remember that? Alex Hernandez was supposed to be this phenom. Isn't his nickname the Phenom or something stupid like that? And now his record is 16-8. That's the same ratio as Barboza, but it just seems worse when the number's less. 16-8. Good Lord. Wasn't he... Was it against Donald Cerrone? They sent him in there thinking he would beat Donald Cerrone's ass, and then Donald Cerrone just wrecked him? And that was that? And then his career was done? Chase Hooper. Now, Chase Hooper came out like a newborn deer in his debut. His first couple of fights. But I believe he's worked on his striking. I would like for him to beat Alex Hernandez. Alexander? That's just obnoxious. Just call yourself Alex, dude. I would like for him to beat Hernandez. I've never gotten a good vibe from Hernandez. It seems like a bit of a cocky douche. You know what I mean? And Chase Hooper just looks like a dork. So it'd be so funny if he wins. Guys, today's stream isn't going to be so much who I think will win as much as it's going to be who I want to win. But I'm giving this to Chase Hooper. Chase Hooper. Man, Hernandez's record is pathetic. He was supposed to be the next big thing. All right, now we got a couple of hideous bitches. God damn, these women are ugly. I don't understand the point of ugly women. You know what I mean? What's the point of you if you're ugly and you're a woman? Is there a point to an ugly woman? Now, fine. If she's a really good cook, stuff like that, all right. Maybe there's some use to her. But modern women don't cook. You think a bitch with this many tattoos and short hair cooks? No. And the problem is simps, right? And desperate dorks who bone these women. Now, she's a lesbian, so she doesn't get boned. But I mean, their ugly genetics continue because guys will bone anything for the most part. Guys will bone anything, so then their ugly genetics continue. But I think as men, we need to make a stand to erase their genetics from Earth. It just takes one generation. Just don't bone them, and then this won't continue. Right? Now, Andrade's last fight was a loss. This bitch was a win. Loopy, I think I've watched her before and she was pretty good. I want to give it to her. But Andrade is a little tank, you know what I'm saying? But more importantly, I don't care because it's a bitch fight. Who gives a... I almost swore, guys. Now, guys, I say a lot of things, but I try not to swear on stream. Dr. King, where's the Discord? Dude, I asked you guys, do you want a Discord? And 45% of you said no, so I didn't bother. I think Andrade is going to win. I don't know. Who cares? And if I'm wrong about that, I don't care. All right, we got G3. 37-19 is his record. Oh, God. That's bad. I feel like it's humiliating putting this guy on a card where Chimaev is fighting for the title. Because if you'll recall, Chimaev finished this guy with one punch in the first round. First shot fired, knocked him out. And then this guy, a few years later, is on the early... No, okay. Oh, we've moved into the prelims. This guy's on the prelims a few years later, while the guy who knocked him out is fighting for the title. Like, put yourself in the position of G3 here. Put yourself in the position of G3 here. And he's going, what have I done with my life? What have I done with my life? 3 years ago, I thought I was going to beat this neckbeard. He knocked me out in one punch. And now I'm on the prelims for his card. You know what I mean? It's kind of like me being on KiCK, streaming to 10 people, while Mr. Beast is on here streaming to 400,000. It makes you question what you're doing with your life. Versus Michael Oloshichutakatakagu. Listen, you're an asshole if you have a last name like this. Who's supposed to pronounce that? Him too. What is that? Mere sharked? Mere sharted my pants? What is that? They're both assholes. Nobody wants to say your last name, dude. Nobody wants to say your stupid last name. Anyways, both of their records are pretty ass. 37-19 for G3 and 20-9 for this guy. I don't know why the UFC just doesn't cut these losers. I guess they'd have way less fighters, but so what? You know, I'd rather watch a card that has 3 fights on it every week. For real. Give me 3 fights of 6 killers going at it instead of all this filler of these losers. Anyways. I guess, let's give it to this guy. I don't know. Who cares? Guys, I might not be the best UFC analyst, but I am the best dressed. Right? Come on. Dude, what an asshole with this name. Baysangur Susarakakev? Dude, shut up. Like, dude, shut up. You have a stupid name. Russia? Stay in Russia, dude. Against Eric Nolan. See, that's a name. Eric Nolan. That's how you have a name. That's a name, Eric Nolan. Basangur Susukarakadakadev. What an idiot. Anyways, his record is 1-0. How are you getting in the UFC with a 1-0 record? How did this guy prove himself? Well, the other guy has come in with a 0-0 record. They're both debuting. So we got a guy who's had 1 fight in his life against a guy who's had no fights in his life. All right, dude. That's the state of the UFC right now. We got a debut between a guy who's never fought in his life. He's never fought in his life. This is the first time he'll ever throw a punch in his life against another guy who's fought once in a parking lot outside of Circle K in Russia. I'll give it to the Russian guy because at least he's fought once. So what if it's at a gas station? All right. Now, Tim Elliott. Dude, did he grow a beard or did he always look like that? I feel like Tim Elliott did not have a beard. How to send the King sewer bucks? You see the link pinned right at the top of this chat? It says tip jar. That's how, dude. Thank you. Appreciate it. And if not for you, I'm pretty sure we're going to go this entire stream without making a single penny, which is an excellent use of my time. F my life. Okay, so Tim Elliott. This might be my last stream, guys. I don't have time to waste on this. Yeah. Anyway, so 21-13. Man, his record sucks, but he's always been entertaining. 21-5. Yeah, Kai's gonna destroy him. This Chinaman is gonna destroy him. This Chinaman from Japan is gonna wreck Tim Elliott. But I think Tim Elliott will put on a valiant fight. I hope he wins, but you know. Oh, this is gonna be fun, dude. Oh, wow, dude. Oh, that's gonna be a fun fight, dude. Holy crap, I didn't know this was happening. That is awesome, dude. Oh my god. Dude, look at this. Dr. King, why did you sabotage your YouTube? How did I sabotage it, dude? How did I sabotage it, dude? Dr. King, I got my YouTube channel back literally a year later and the appeals never worked for that year. So what does that mean? That they finally read your appeal after a year? They didn't leave my alt channel up, dude. They deleted Sewer News Network too. Wow, this is a fun fight. Dude, I'm looking forward to this more than the main fight. They're both coming off of wins. I really like Michael Page's style. Because my favorite fighter is, UFC fighter at least, is Wonder Boy. And they have a very similar fighting style. But man, Cannonier's got some power, dude. Cannonier's got some power, my dude. So that's going to be an interesting one. Jeez Louise. I don't even know how to call that. What's Cannonier's nickname? Vanilla Gorilla? Vanilla Gorilla. Let's try that again. Vanilla Gorilla? Something like that? I'm looking forward to Yee's new movie. He has a movie? Hi, I'm here. Oh my God, you look so beautiful, SK. Oh, thank you so much. Neon Leopard, can you guess where I bought this shirt? Can you guess? You missed my entire rant about this shirt. I did a 25-minute rant just about this shirt and you missed it. You're going to have to go back and watch this later after work. Walmart? Oh my God. Were you listening earlier or did you seriously guess that correctly? Timu, you watch your ass, bitch. You watch your ass calling this a Timu shirt. Oh my God. I want to say Michael Page because I love that karate style. Like Wonder Boy. But Jared Cannonier, dude, he's a gorilla, dude. And that's not racisms. That's not racisms. How does Cannonier have such a crappy record? 18-8. You know what? I'm going to give it to Michael Page. I feel like I'm wrong. I feel like he's going to dart in and Cannonier's just going to crack him and put him to sleep, but whatever. It's wishful thinking. Carlos Prates, who smokes 10 packs a day against Jeff Neal. I'm going to go with him. Hands of Steel, Jeff Neal. What is he, like 90 years old now? Oh, but he's coming off a win and the other guy's coming off a loss. Yeah, who cares? They don't matter. Lerone Murphy versus Aaron Pico. I guess Lerone. Oh, I think I've seen him fight. He's pretty exciting. He's like a kickboxer, right? Yeah, I give it to him. Oh, and we're already at the main fight. Okay, good. This stream is going to be quick. I can end my misery soon. When will you get a hair transplant? Dude, I swear to God, listen to this. This is crazy. This is crazy, dude. I've never told anybody this. I've never mentioned this on a video. I've never mentioned this on a stream. But I'm going to tell you now. Do you want to hear this story? The hair transplant story? Guys, do you want to hear my hair transplant story? Okay, check this out. So, once on a live stream, you hardcore rats know this, I checked my email and I saw that I got a sponsor request from a gambling app. And I stopped reading once I read the word gambling and I deleted the email. Didn't want to see how much they were paying. I don't care. I'm so against this whole influencers pushing gambling apps on kids that I didn't care how much they were paying. Right? And I may have said that was my first sponsorship request, but there was actually one more before that. A few months earlier, I had an email from a hair transplant clinic in Turkey. Now, Why would they have emailed me? I've never shown my head on stream. They don't know if I have a full head of hair or I'm bald. Always wore a do-rag or this thing. So they must have come across my videos because I talked about Logan Paul's baldness so much. And I had that one video that did pretty well with Logan Paul in Jake Paul's Ferrari and his hair blew back, and I had the thumbnail pointing at his baldness. So that must have been how they found me and thought, hey, this guy's whole channel is about hair loss. He must be bald. Because, I mean, there's something lost in translation here. I'm getting this email from Turkey or wherever. The clinic is in Turkey. So I asked them just out of morbid curiosity and needing money. I asked them, so how much are you paying? Because, you know, I can go in my video and say, hey guys, if you're bald like Logan Bald, there's this hair transplant clinic in Turkey, and for my subscribers, you get 10% off using code BALDLOSER10. And then they pay me $3,000 and we go on our ways, right? No. What they were proposing was that I make a vlog about flying to Turkey and getting a hair transplant. That was their compensation. They would pay for my flight, my hotel, and my hair transplant. Because they thought I was bald. Because I kept talking about how bald Logan Bald is. Oh my God. I didn't even reply after that. Oh my God. You can't make this stuff up, dudes. I'm making fun of Logan Bald for his hair loss. And so a hair loss clinic contacts me and offers me a hair transplant as compensation for promoting their clinic. I should have gone and done it just for a free vacation. What's the harm? Get a few more follicles up there. That's what Theo Von does. I mean, I don't think he goes to Turkey, but he just keeps getting hair transplants, even though his hair is very thick. Because, I don't know, he has mental problems. Oh my God. I should have taken them up on it. Free vacation, why not? But then you're vacationing in Turkey. Why would you want to go there? Do you guys think I should have done it? Should I have done it? Should I have said yes? While I think about it, check out this. Check out my recent score. Check this out. Look at this. I bought a case. Look at this. I bought a case of Reese's Pieces, dude. Dude, the deal I got on this. Dude, the deal I got on this. Oh my gosh. So cheap, dude. I had to do it. I don't like Reese's Pieces. But it was such a good deal that I had to do it. We have a moderator. It's an AI mod. It's an AI mod. It's not me. It's no real person. Look at this, dudes. I don't even like Reese's Pieces. But the deal was too good. Now, I love Reese's, but for whatever reason, I don't like Reese's Pieces. The peanut butter inside just tastes off. It's kind of oily. It tastes different than the peanut butter they put in their Reese cups. You know what I mean? But sometimes you come across a deal you can't walk away from. You know what I'm saying? Like the time I bought this case of M&Ms. Now, I do like M&Ms, though. I prefer peanut. This is just the regular chocolate. But this was also a great deal. And these are the like moviegoer size. Now the problem is I got to get through those before they get moldy. Remember, I bought a bunch of these, and now they're all moldy. I got to eat them real quick. Buying in bulk for dirty bulking. Exactly, dude. Exactly, dude. All right. Main fight. Drykis versus Cumface. Who do you guys have? Let's do a poll. I want to know who you guys have before I say it. Who do you guys got, huh? Because I don't want to give you my answer and then you're influenced by that. Since I'm your leader. So let me show you how the AI mod works so you guys know it's not me or another physical person. Look at this. Edward is a bungus tonguer. Look, I think and then it's asterisk wins. So that got censored. And it says AI mod for hate. Wasn't me. Wasn't anybody else. It's KiCK itself. Okay, so most of you think Drykis is going to win. Heart says DDP, but brain says Comshot. I think we will have another neck-bearded cousin boning champion. Oh, guys, the results are swinging the other way. Oh, we're at a dead heat. We're at a dead heat, dude. Dude, we are at a dead heat, 50-50. Oh, we're back to DDP winning. We're back to DDP. I think Cumshot will resort to wrestling because DDP will weather his striking storm. Yeah, Chimaev's striking isn't going to do anything to DDP. We are at 50-50. Oh my gosh. $50-50. DDP is just too durable, dude. This guy's like a hippopotamus. Do you bet on the UFC? I've never bet in my life, except with my life savings on the stock market, and I lost that bet badly. And yeah, we don't need to talk about that. I've never actually, like sports gambled. You know what I mean? Ever. Not once. I just like to gamble with my life savings on the stock market and lose. Because that's wholesome. All right, so only 14 people voted. Man, we're just killing it on this stream. Hippopotamus are the most aggressive animals on the planet. Dude, they're like the deadliest things on Earth. People don't know that. You dabble in options? Dude, no. It wasn't options. I literally just bought a stock, and it went to like 1/10 the next day. Options is just, dude, it fries my brain trying to wrap my head around them. Dude, what happened to the other 50 dudes that watched the first 2 streams? I have no idea, dude. This KiCK career is going down the toilet very, very fast. Yeah. Sewer Daddy's going to go offline to make his living from now on. YouTube ended the Sewer King's career. All right? We had a good run. Got 104,000 subscribers in about a year, and it's over. That's all right. That's all right, dude. You guys got to understand that in life, good things come to an end. You know, there's a phase for everything. Relationships, oh my God, it's going so great, and oh, now she's fat and I have to break up with her because she's gross. There's phases to everything in life, dude. You can't sustain it forever. Some things, I mean, rarely. For example, Tom Cruise has been at the top of Hollywood since the 80s. You know, he's got a career that's spanned like 40 years. But most people, you get your 15 minutes and you're done. Now, did I get 15 minutes of actual fame? No. I was like Z-list on YouTube. Not even Z-list in real life. But, you know, we had a good run for a year. And it's over now. It's over now. Like, you know, I tried to recapture the old glory with KiCK and a combination of Twitter, but it's not happening. You guys got to just, in life, you got to know when to throw in the towel. You know what I mean? You got to know when to just throw in the towel. A-list in my heart. You're so sweet. Thank you. YouTube will be forgotten. Just give it a year. Yeah, dude. People have been saying that for a long time. S-list in my soul. I hope you mean S-tier. So yeah, guys, we had a good run. Anyway, so the poll, we're at 50-50, and I'm going with DDP. Listen, guys. You could argue that Gilbert Burns won that fight he had with Chimaev. All right? You could argue that. And that was not a prime Gilbert Burns, dude. That was kind of a washed Gilbert Burns. And a Gilbert Burns that was half the size of Chimaev. Because Chimaev is a weight bully. I don't know if he ever makes 170 again. Okay, hear me out. What if Sewer King rebrands to Canal Prince? Do you mean like Anal Prince? And does YouTube again by having the TV screen on the opposite side and sitting on the left? Can this bypass YouTube? Well, here's the thing, dude. How dare you imply that SK needs rebranding? Listen, it's Google. They're more powerful than the CIA as far as their technology and tracking people down. I would need a new IP address, and don't say VPN because that changes every time you log in. I literally need to physically upload from a different physical location. I would need to use a different phone number, a different AdSense account. Like, dude, it's a whole thing trying to get around them. And then all it takes is one asshole recognizing me, reporting me, and all that work and expense is out the window. You know what I mean? Kamzat has never lost a fight. Why would he lose to DDP? It's a no-brainer. You could argue he lost to Gilbert Burns. And then we had old ass, no knees, Marty from Nebraska on 2 days' notice, moving up a weight class, beating Chimaev's ass. And yeah, he lost, but I mean, come on. Double down on MMA and pivot to try to be Lucas Tracy or MMA guru. Why would the Sewer King try to be somebody else? And double down where? I'm banned from YouTube. On KiCK, this is my worst performing live stream of all time on KiCK. And it's about the UFC. So clearly this topic doesn't work on KiCK. Broccoli cut still pissing you off? Yes, but luckily where I moved to in the States, here, I almost never see them. Back in Canada, near the Vancouver area, I never lived in Vancouver, but like suburb an hour away. Oh my God, every time I'd leave my house, They'd be in packs. They'd be in packs, gangs of broccoli boys, going around raping bunguses. So yeah, I think Gilbert Burns won that fight, but they gave it to Chimaev because he was supposed to be the next big star, and Gilbert Burns is washed. Why push his career, right? And then Kamaru gave Chimaev the fight of his life on 2 days' notice with broken knees, moving up a weight class. DDP is not washed. DDP is in his prime. The guy's a rhino. Yeah, forget Hippo. He's a rhino. And I understand hippos probably kill rhinos, but I mean as far as like his durability, he's not beating DDP, dude. And I really don't care if you come back to this stream that 4 people watch and say, oh, this didn't age well. I don't care, dude. If I get this prediction wrong, oh no. What am I going to do? I got my prediction wrong. Guys, let's see what this stream has done to my stats. Are we officially below 50 now? Oh, it hasn't updated. Yeah, I'm sure once it updates, we'll be below 50 and I can't be verified anymore. This stream right now just ended my KiCK career. All right, we've done an hour and a minute. No point going on. We have 40 viewers. Not a single donation. Okay, guys. Love you. This might be the last one. I don't care anymore. I think DDP wins. And I'll see you in the next life, guys. Bye-bye.